Sorry about that. My little one came in and I had to obviously help him out. So the real key is what I've done is I've upgraded my customers to VIP customers, and they're upgrading themselves. They're staying on the products a lot longer. They're referring, and then they obviously tend to become distributors in the team as well. So my VIP customers did 3,708.9 volume points in January. Now, February, I had 3 new senior consultants, 1 new qualified producer. I had 1 line of supervisors happen, so 5,000 volume points. And I had 1 person do 2,500 volume points. So they were looking at, obviously qualifying as a supervisor that way. My retail was 2,653.55, and the rest was VIPs and existing distributors. So remember, the volumes that I'd done in each month. March, I had 2 new senior consultants. Two people then finished off the accumulation to supervisor, and I did 2,252.7 personal retail points, okay? And then the rest were existing VIP and existing distributors. April, I had 3 new senior consultants, 1 new success builder. I did 1,200 in personal volume points, and then I had another person finish off their supervisor, and the rest was VIP customers and existing distributors, which was huge because as you saw in March, I did 13,000 points pretty much. So you can see that's where it came from. Now, May, which I did 14,665.1, I had 3 new senior consultants, 2 new qualified producers, and 2 people who finished off supervisor, okay? And the rest was VIP existing distributors, and I only did 1,000 personal volume points that month. Now, how do you go from 0, absolutely 0, to 10,000 volume points and having all these new people and all these little levels and all that kind of stuff? So my first this is what I personally did, okay? So it's up to you with how you do it and how your team does it and how your upline does it, but this is how I personally do it. First, 20 customers. So I am at getting 20 clients really fast as I can go. I give myself a deadline, and that's when I do it by, because I'm going to get these 20 customers to information sessions, whether it's live or whether maybe a product training webinar, like an online thing. So I'm going to get them exposed to a bit of everything, but all the products as well as a bit of the business as well. And that will generally they usually order more for themselves, or they immediately get someone in their family started, or they start referring you, and then they convert to being a distributor, etc. So I really focus on the 20 customers first, okay? Now, exposing, upgrading, etc. through getting them to an information session. Now, a really good example is instead of doing personal deliveries, why don't you try getting your customer to one of the information sessions and getting them to pick up the product there, so that way they get two things at the same time. It's a great way of exposing them, or putting them on an online webinar, and it's all about your invites for that. Now, this is the best thing in the world. I'm going to show you exactly how to go from right this month, 0 to 10,000 volume points within a 2-month frame, okay? So this is going to be your first month. So say we're going for 20 customers. We've done that, okay? Or even if you haven't, okay? Have 4 new team members. Could have come from that 20 customers or whatever form, but 4 new team members. At least at the very minimum, take away partnering up and all the other stuff. That might happen as well. I'm not saying it's not, but I'm just talking about for being minimum, at least starting their accumulation plan towards supervisor. Now, what's my accumulation plan? We all know it's 5,000 volume points in 3 to 12 months. But I use a particular formula as to what I tell that person who goes, yep, I want to do accumulation. I say, great, this is our plan. And we come up with a plan. And what it is the first month, 1,000 volume points. So 1 ultimate for themselves, 5 customers on ultimates. Now, the second month, 1,500 volume points. How we're going to do that is we're going to take care of the existing customers, do lots of amazing follow-up, getting referrals from those current, mastering the art of referrals. We're going to have reorders from those people, obviously. We're going to have referrals. And of course, you would have done your job and you would have talked to more people to get new customers. So that's how we're going to hit 1,500 points. The third month, oh, and by the way, by the end of your second month, because you've hit 1,000 and 1,500. That totals 2,500 volume points. By the end of your second month, that now makes you a qualified producer, which means you get 42% off permanently, and you have the ability to earn commission, which is amazing, okay? So now you're on 42%, making a lot higher profit in your last month of accumulation method. So the third month, we're going to go for 2,500 points. Now, how are we going to do that? We're going to copy the second month. We're going to really, really focus on follow-up and exposing, upgrading the customers, referrals, talking to new people and doing your job, getting new customers, and your own personal use, and you'll easily nail 2,500 points. Now, if you don't nail the 2,500 points, that's okay. Let's finish it off in your fourth month. So when people are doing the accumulation towards supervisor, if they're actually doing the business, generally that's the max time that kind of happens is 3 to 4 months is how fast they do it, okay? So if you personally have 4 people starting their accumulation plan, what do they do in their first month? They do 1,000 points. So you've got 4,000 points there, correct? Now, at least yourself need to also be leading the way and also doing 1,000 volume points in retail because you're telling them to. You should do it as well, okay? You should do it before they hit it so that you can obviously lead and be a leader in that regard. So you're going to hit 5,000 points in your first month of trying to build up to 10. So this could happen, say, next month for all of us, okay? And you're on 5,000 points as a minimum. Now, what are you going to do in this same month, okay? The next month, the following month, we're going to have the same 4 people continue their accumulation, correct? So that's 1,500 points times 4. But you are also going to do your job description and get another new 4 people starting their 1,000. So you've got 4,000 plus the 6,000 of the people doing their second month, which is 1,500 each. And, the first ones, okay? So you've got 4 people doing their second month, 4 people doing their first month. That's already 10,000 points. But of course, by that stage, you're going to have other different levels happening. You're going to have your own retail customers. So you should be hitting about 12,000 points. And it seriously doesn't drop because then what are you going to do on your third month? You're going to have the original 4 finish their supervisor or still be on their way. You're going to have the second month's people do their second month. And then you're going to keep doing your job and get new customers and new distributors, new people doing this accumulation plan. So you can see how it's going to build up massively, but you're at least going to hit your 10,000 first month in the second month of doing this. So that is just a very stable way of producing 10,000 volume points every single month from this point onwards. But what's amazing is that you're going to have a lot of supervisors come through. Now, they've learnt the art of using the products themselves, retailing. They're going to expose, upgrade, involve their customers as well, which in turn becomes distributors. They're going to do the same thing and help their people get customers out of referrals, etc., etc., etc. So they're going to have a nice little team by the end of it, as well as having a very, very strong understanding of customers. And the customers is everything. Volume points are represented by customers. So it's going to be an incredible thing, and it's going to be incredibly stable. So that's kind of my recommendation or my example of how you can go from 0 to 10,000 volume points very quickly in time for all the events that are coming up. So speak to your coach, of course, especially in case this went over your head, but definitely speak to your coach in your upline and sit down and have a complete plan as to every level. How you're going to help somebody become a senior consultant, qualified producer, supervisor through whatever way, okay? And how you're going to do everything as well. How you're going to expose and upgrade your customers is absolutely key and is so fun and really part-time when you learn how to do that. So thank you so much for listening, guys, and I hope that was of benefit. Thank you.